Right now at 5, officer laid to rest. The Grand Rapids community comes out to pay their respects for the DNR employee killed in a crash this week. Plus, a Duluth native picked by Biden. The president taps a Duluth East grad to become an ambassador to Israel. And Memorial Day travel. This weekend marks the unofficial start to summer, with Americans expected to hit busy roads.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Thank you for joining us on this edition of CBS3's Live at 5. We are currently taking a live look from downtown Wausau, Wisconsin, where tomorrow the state is turning 173 years old. Wisconsin became the 30th state of the Union back in 1848. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Ryan Half. Kristen Vaki has the night off. It was a day of mourning as a conservation officer in Minnesota was laid to rest today. 39-year-old Sarah Grell's life was cut short when she was killed in a car crash on Monday. The Minnesota State Patrol says a semi-truck made contact with her driver's side door along a road in Itasca County. Hundreds came out to attend the funeral for Grell today in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. CBS 3's Alexis Bass joins us now with more on today's emotional services. Alexis?
Yeah, that's right, Ryan. Family, friends, and strangers gathered in and around the IRA Civic Center to display their respects for 39-year-old officer Sarah Grell and her family as she was laid to rest. There was a flyer from 2 helicopters within the DNR Enforcement Division and a 21-gun salute, assistance from guards and officers from in and out of town. Members from Law Enforcement of Memorial Association and Backing the Blue Line were also in attendance. Both of these organizations help orchestrate any support families and fallen line of duty officers need. Backing of the Blue handed out blue roses as a token of their love and support.
All ceremonial pieces to honor the service that Sarah gave to her community and really give her the proper send-off and thanking her for her service and give the family a support and just a great way to remember Sarah and the service she gave to the community as we send her off.
Officer Grell is survived by her husband and 3 children. Leaders with the DNR say Grell was the epitome of a public servant. Grell served as a conservation officer since 2005. She was part of a proud family legacy. Her uncle, father, and grandfather also worked as conservation officers.
Alexis Bass reporting for us tonight in the newsroom. Alexis, thank you. Out in Washington, D.C., President Joe Biden released his first budget today. The 2022 fiscal year has a multi-trillion-dollar price tag. White House officials project the plan will start to reduce deficits in a decade, but congressional Republicans are already criticizing the administration's proposed spending. Skylar Henry is at the White House with those details.
President Biden's American Jobs and Families plans are at the forefront of his newly released $6 trillion budget.
The budget does exactly what the president told the country that he would do: grow the economy, create jobs.
The infrastructure proposals already call for a combined $4 trillion investment in core projects like roads and bridges and so-called human infrastructure such as free preschool and community college. The president has also proposed a $14 billion increase to fight climate change and nearly $9 billion to the CDC to prevent the next public health crisis.
There's sunlight at the end of the tunnel. There's real light.
Other investments include medical research, Title I schools, and combating gun violence and the opioid epidemic. President Biden's budget doubles down on his proposed tax hike on corporations and the wealthiest Americans to pay for his economic vision. But congressional Republicans have said raising taxes is a non-starter. GOP Senator Rand Paul railed against the Biden administration's planned spending on the Senate floor Friday.
We're going to do a couple trillion more for free college, free daycare, free this, free that. But it's not free. There's no such thing as a free lunch.
The American people gave us a Democratic Senate to produce big and bold change.
Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the Senate will move forward this summer with the president's infrastructure proposals with or without Republican support. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi believes the president's budget values America's workers and middle-class families. On the other side, congressional Republicans are calling it reckless and inadequate. A Duluth native is said to be President Joe Biden's pick to serve as ambassador to Israel. Former senior State Department official Tom Nides is a 1979 graduate of Duluth East. He is currently the managing director and vice chairman of Morgan Stanley. Getting an ambassador in place in Israel has become a top priority for the Biden administration after this month's 11-day war between Israel and Hamas. That fighting killed more than 250 people, mostly Palestinians, and displaced tens of thousands from the Gaza Strip. According to Politico, some lawmakers and activists are pushing back, urging the president to choose an ex-lawmaker who has spent years trying to end the decades-old conflict. The exact timing of when Biden is expected to announce his official pick still remains unclear. Travelers are taking off and hitting the road this holiday weekend. With COVID infections down and vaccinations up, 1 in 4 Americans are planning to travel in the next few days. More than 37 million people are expected to travel this weekend, a 60% increase from last year when most of us were in that pandemic lockdown. While mask requirements are being relaxed across most of the nation, they are still required on planes and in airports. About 34 million people will actually hit the road instead of flying, even though gas prices are more than $1 a gallon higher than last year. No matter how they get there, most travelers are just happy to get out this holiday weekend.
I'm really excited. We've been cooped up in our houses for so long.
Despite the surge in travel compared to last year, there are still nearly 6 million fewer people traveling, or 13% less than during this time back in 2019. Let's turn to the weather with meteorologist Peter Kevakowskis, who's in for Dave tonight. How is our Memorial Day weekend looking like for those travelers?
Yeah, travel should be pretty good. You know, the only thing we're really dealing with today is cold temperatures, but can't really complain about that. Mostly sunny skies prevail for a good portion of the day today, but we definitely started off today on a cool note. Take a look at where these temperatures started off. Most of us were sitting in the mid-upper 20s, even lower 30s for most of the Northland. 30 degrees was the low last night in Duluth, and that actually set a record. The previous low temperature was 32 degrees, but we warmed things up nicely. The closer you were to the lake, temperatures were a little bit suppressed, dampened down by the lake breeze that we had today. Temperature on top of the hill was 52 degrees. Meanwhile, at Park Point Airport, 48 degrees. Further out west, you can see they made it into the 60s, 64 in Big Fork, 61 in Bemidji right now, and 65 degrees in Baudette. So overall, not a bad day. Currently in Duluth, 52 degrees, and that east-northeast wind at 13 miles per hour, making it feel a little bit cooler as a result of that lake breeze. Also, you can, if you're heading out on the lake, probably going to see some waves just tonight because of that easterly wind that we have in place. Forecast for tonight, it's another cool one, 33 degrees for us here in Duluth. Partly cloudy skies and definitely chilly, and that's why we have a freeze warning in place again for the night tonight. But we'll begin to warm things up as we head towards next week. And we're going to see the 70s again. I'll time it all out coming up. Ryan?
Thank you, Peter. Still to come on Live at 5. Memorial Day gives us time to celebrate those who work hard to keep our country free. And this weekend, they are being celebrated all over the Northland, city by city. Coming up later tonight at 6, after suffering from major wind damage a few years ago, the city of Duluth has planted new trees over at Hartley.
Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app.
During Home's Memorial Day sale, get up to 30% off store-wide. This grand sofa is just $799, plus 0% interest financing until 2024 and free shipping during the Memorial Day sale at Home Furniture.
During Toyota's Summer Starts Here sales event, get road trip ready and save with $1,000 customer cash on the new 2021 RAV4, Camry, or Highlander at Cary Toyota in Superior. Or drive away with $1,500 on any new Corolla, Corolla hatchback, or Prius. Prefer a hybrid car? Get $2,000 customer cash on the sparkly new Corolla Hybrid. Plus, all new Toyotas come with a Toyota Care complimentary maintenance plan. And remember, quality vehicle trades are worth an all-time high. So trade in your vehicle at Cary Toyota during the Summer Starts Here sales event. Voted best car dealer 22 times.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Has your roof seen its better days? It's that time of year again to think of replacing your old roof. Call Peak Construction Roofing today for your free estimate at guaranteed affordable rates. Peak Roofing also provides the best roofing warranty in the Northland. Financing? No problem. 0% financing up to 12 months, or get a low-interest payment plan that will fit your budget. Call the best, Peak Construction Roofing. They'll do the rest. Let us take care of you.
Coming up Monday on CBS3 this morning, it's our weekly Eye on Lifestyle. We're talking about summer reading and some self-help book ideas. So tune in with me and meteorologist Peter Kevakowskis Monday at 5 a.m.
Breaking news, original reporting, and the good things in life. Join Jeff Glore, Dana Jacobson, and Michelle Miller on CBS This Morning, Saturday. During Home Seasonal Concepts Memorial Day sale, get up to 30% off regular prices on the largest selection of outdoor furnishings, like this 4-piece wicker patio set, just $17.49, and 0% interest financing until 2024 at Home Seasonal Concepts Memorial Day sale.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. This is a live look over Lake Superior on this beautiful blue sky Friday. But will the blue skies be sticking around for our holiday weekend? Peter Kevakowskis will be in with that forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a quick look around the region. With Memorial Day weekend already here, there are plenty of ways to celebrate our veterans all across the area. So tonight, we're highlighting 3 different events as we take you around the Northland, city by city. Starting here in Duluth, you can join the Grandmothers for Peace and Veterans for Peace on the Lake Walk Monday for their Costs of War Walk. Peace leaders say this year's theme is the remembrance of all sacrifices made and all victims of war. They add it's important to honor our veterans on that Memorial Day. Still, there are many other costs of war, like the hardships families face, the loss of innocent non-combatants, and the loss of freedom or civil liberties. Monday's event will run from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. between the Marine Museum and Indian Station. Heading north to Grand Rapids, Minnesota, starting today, the Grand Rapids Memorial Day Committee will be decorating veterans' headstones with American flags. Their goal is to make sure every grave is properly decorated. On Monday, the Grand Rapids Military Honors Program will be visiting 4 cemeteries to honor the fallen by laying wreaths there. The official Memorial Day address will take place at the Itasca Calvary Cemetery at 11:15 a.m. Crossing our bridge over to Superior on Monday, you will be able to find the American Legion at the Greenwood Cemetery at 10:30 a.m. They will be hosting a ceremony complete with an honor guard presentation, a speech from the Post 435 commander, and the laying of the wreaths. After that ceremony, they will move to the Bong Center for a flag-raising ceremony at noon. If there's ever something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, you can send us an email to newstips@cbs3duluth.com, and it might just be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on the CBS 3 Live at 5. With all of our crazy weather we've been having, we hear if that's going to have an impact on our local farmers markets.
And it's a beautiful night up the North Shore, 50 degrees right now in Grand Marais with those mostly sunny skies overhead. But the 70s will make their return later this week. We'll have the timeline coming up.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get 13% of MSRP cash back on most 2021 Equinox models. That's over $4,700 cash back on this Equinox. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Introducing the Cool Turtle, the ultra-comfortable mask enhancer that creates a protective, cool, and breathable space between your mask and your face. Simply slide under any mask or gaiter and immediately feel the refreshing pocket of air surrounding your face. Cool Turtle's ergonomically designed, soft, comfortable shell immediately reduces mask friction, allowing you to breathe and talk in a comfortable environment.
I can actually breathe. With the Cool Turtle, no more sweating.
It's like I don't even have a mask on.
Call now and get not 1, not 2, but 3 Cool Turtles for just $10. Order now and we'll send you 2 more Cool Turtles free. No fees, absolutely free. Plus, you can get a 10-pack of 4-ply face masks. Just pay a separate fee. This offer is not available on Amazon. Get the real Cool Turtle now.
Call 1-800-379-1590. That's 1-800-379-1590 or visit getcoolturtle.com. Order now.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
Rebuilding after the blowdown. The efforts to repopulate trees at Hartley Park. And later tonight, what you can expect from strawberry picking season this summer.
Tonight at 6 on CBS 3.
Breaking news, original reporting, and the good things in life. Join Jeff Glor, Dana Jacobson, and Michelle Miller on CBS This Morning, Saturday.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
And welcome back. You know, fairly nice day for most of us out there. Temperatures were climbing into the 50s the closer you were to the lake. The further away you were from the lake, though, we made it to the 60s there. As you can see, 60 degrees in Grand Rapids for a high temperature, 64 in Big Fork, 63 in International Falls. Meanwhile, closer to the lake, 48 degrees at Park Point, 52 on top of the hill at Duluth International. And, you know, not a bad day overall. So here's the almanac for today so far. As you can see, this morning's low was a record breaker, actually. 30 degrees for the low today. That broke the record set back in 1947 of 32 degrees, and definitely well below the average of 30 degrees. Temperatures right now across the region, most of us are still sitting in the 50s and 60s. Still 48 degrees on Park Point, 50 coming in at Two Harbors right now, 63 in International Falls, as well as 64 in Big Fork. And, you know, that's not a bad day overall compared to what we saw yesterday. We're 10 to 15 degrees warmer than we were at this point yesterday, so we can't complain about that whatsoever. The bad news is, though, that we have cold weather returning for the night tonight. That's why the National Weather Service has issued a freeze warning for the area highlighted in that purple color. Then, meanwhile, off to our west, that frost advisory is in place for the area highlighted in that light blue until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. The good news is satellite radar scans dry for right now, and that would be the case for the night tonight. That's what's going to allow the temperatures to free fall basically for the night tonight as well. So here's how that forecast shapes up. Tonight, we're just dealing with mostly clear skies overall, and temperatures fall back into the 40s and then into the 30s as we head towards tomorrow morning. Waking up tomorrow morning, we start off the day cool. I think most of us are starting off in the lower 30s, maybe even some upper 20s. So we're starting off the day on a cool note. But then we begin to warm things up nicely. Maybe a few clouds, but I think most of us are really going to be soaking in those mostly sunny skies. Fast forward throughout the day on Saturday, maybe a spot shower or two fires up, especially the further west you are and towards the international border, but I think most should stay dry. Just going to want to keep your eye to the sky. The next big rain system begins to work its way into the region on Sunday. Here's how the day for Sunday shapes up. Sunday at midnight, you can see some rain working its way into the region, and we'll see some more rains throughout the day on Sunday morning as well. We dry things out for a good portion of the day on Sunday, but then comes Sunday evening, you see these thunderstorms fire up. These could be a little bit stronger in nature. You're going to probably see some thunder and lightning with it. Something we're going to want to keep an eye on as we head through the rest of this weekend. But those all begin to clear out pretty quickly, and by Monday morning, we're talking about mostly sunny skies once again. Your forecast for tonight, though, temperatures fall back to rather cool note, lower 30s as well as upper 20s, 29 in Ely, 28 in Silver Bay, 31 in Duluth, 29 in Solon Springs, 30 in Ashland. So you're definitely going to want to bring in any sensitive plants. Highs for tomorrow, we warm things up quite nicely. As you can see, mid and upper 60s across the region, 64 for us here in Duluth, 65 in Grand Rapids, 67 in Siren. So a nice day. And here's how that 7-day forecast shapes up. 7-day forecast doesn't look half bad at all. Maybe another rain shot come Monday, but I think most should stay dry. Tuesday, Wednesday, they'll all look nice. We're beginning to warm things up into next week towards the 70s. Maybe another rain shot come Wednesday, but can't complain about that 7-day forecast whatsoever.
Can't complain about it at all, especially with the wind we've been seeing lately.
Yeah.
It's just been brutal. Also, I know, Peter, you're working a double shift today. How you feeling? You did the morning shows, right?
Yeah, I got a nap in there. I got some coffee, so I'm good.
You're good to go.
I'm rocking and rolling.
We're ending one show here pretty soon, and you got 2 more to go.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Peter.
Yep.
Summer is quickly approaching, and farmers are getting ready to welcome those who are looking for an all-natural experience. CBS 3's Abigail Smith reports on how our recent weather might affect that upcoming season.
It's May, and strawberries are beginning to sprout. After a dry start to the season, Steve Schultz-Stern with Spectrum Farm Strawberries says things are looking up.
The recent rain really helped a lot. I have been irrigating every day for the past 3 weeks. It was really dry.
Brenda Erickson over at Rocky Acres Berry Farm says strawberries do okay in a dry season, but other crops might struggle.
We always seem to have enough water for strawberries. If our ponds are full, it's our later crops that get hurt when we run out of water.
Both farmers say they saw big crowds last year, despite the pandemic this year. They're expecting even more people to come out. Good news with the berries starting to grow.
Going to have, looks like a good crop. Now we've got another cold spell tonight, and if we get through that one, I think we're going to be fine.
They're looking forward to a sweeter season ahead.
That was Abigail Smith reporting. Strawberry season is expected to start mid-June into early July. For more information about Spectrum Farm strawberries, you can visit our website. The countdown to the Great Minnesota Get-Together is currently underway. Yesterday's cold and rain in St. Paul didn't keep people away from the kickoff to Summer at the Fair event. Vendors are set up and thousands of Minnesotans are enjoying a slice of what's to come later this year. Tickets sold out quickly to that event that runs through Memorial Day here. It is a welcome sight after COVID-19 canceled last summer's state fair.
Just seeing everybody together. There's tons of different vendors, the donation stuff they do. It's great.
Cooped up for the last year. It's definitely glad to be back out and living life again.
The Great Minnesota Get-Together will start on August 26th and run until Labor Day. We've reached that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets. Today's pet comes to us from the Humane Society of Douglas County. Here comes old Charlie Brown. Charlie is a 7-year-old male Siamese cat looking for his forever home. Charlie is a playful and talkative cat, but he would prefer to be the only cat in your house. He is up to date with vaccinations and has also been neutered. If you would like to set up an appointment to adopt Charlie Brown, then you can call the Humane Society at 715-398-6784. Still to come, a Minnesota bus driver gets the surprise of a lifetime after beating leukemia.
Who do you see when you look in the mirror? Do crow's feet, wrinkles, and under-eye bags make you look 10 years older than you feel? Let's face it, aging isn't fun. We all want to look our best, so we feel our best. But injections and procedures can be expensive and painful. There's a temporary, better way to love your reflection. And that better way is Plexiderm.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? That absolutely blows me away. I feel better, and when you feel better, you shine. And when you shine, the whole world loves you, and that's a great feeling. Hi, my name is Robin, and this is what Plexiderm does for me. I shine. So I feel so much younger when I use the Plexiderm. I feel like I look half my age, and I'm not exaggerating. I feel great.
Wow, that's incredible. What a difference. I think I look great. 10 years younger at least. There's been creams, there's been lotions, concealers. Nothing works like this. And in just a few minutes, it's amazing. The crow's feet, developed those about 10 years ago. And these little lines around my mouth, where did they come from? And I put this on and bam, they're gone. Just in a couple of minutes. I can't believe it. They're gone.
Forget the pain and expense of injections or in-office procedures and try the 10-minute solution that lasts for up to 10 hours. Plexiderm is so easy. Just make sure you have a clean, dry face and apply a small amount because it's so powerful. Wait a few minutes, then your bags and wrinkles will visibly disappear.
I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm like 20 years young.
See the Plexiderm difference for yourself this Memorial Day with our $14.95 starter offer. Just visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and discoverwisconsin.com. Plus, subscribe to the Cabin Podcast, available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Positive breaking news. We've got a lot of important new information for you and your family.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Welcome back, everyone. For the past 3 months, 80-year-old Jim Gable, a Minnesota school bus driver, has been battling leukemia. And earlier this week, he got the call that he is now cancer-free. Reg Chapman shows us how his friends came out to help honor that victory.
Ashley, you got one? No. Come get one.
Inside the garage at Minnesota Central School Bus Company in Matamidi, they are getting ready to celebrate the return of the man most here say is a true father figure.
He drives a special needs bus, and his kids just adore him.
For 3 months, they've been without driver Jim Goebel while he battled leukemia.
Towards OH, we don't have to get turned around.
Today, his co-workers are grabbing balloons and heading to the buses for a pass-by parade in his honor.
That's my bus.
Outside Jim's house, he greets each bus and its driver.
That's Kelsey right there.
With a smile and a wave.
There's Tom.
Jim says he can feel the love as each bus passes by.
There's Doug.
Is that parade for you?
It's for me. They must all love me is all I can say.
But no one missed Jim more than his buddies. He's driven to school for the past several years.
Say hi to Jim. Hi, do you miss him? There you go.
I love to see him. I've handled special needs kids the whole 15 years I've driven.
Family says the phone call Jim got last night has him ready to get back to doing what he loves.
The first thing he said was, when can I go back to work? When he was first diagnosed, he wants to get back to work. So 80 years old, and he wants to get back to work.
In all his years working, not all driving a bus, Jim has always had near-perfect attendance.
This is the most I've ever missed work.
Ever.
Jim feels blessed and says he can't wait to return to all the fun.
Our thanks to Reg Chapman for that story. Goebel and his wife Roberta have been married for 59 years. They have 2 children and 5 grandchildren. His co-workers also raised $1,000 to help cover those expenses.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News. All across the country, Americans are breaking free this Memorial Day weekend in the first major test of whether the country is ready for reopening. Plus, a major cyber attack targeting U.S. government agencies, what we know about the damage. And last Memorial Day, a divided America came together to pay tribute to our fallen troops. Tonight, how you can keep it going this year. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
At Mediacom, we know the future is ours to create. That's why we built an incredibly advanced fiber-powered network. So today, when lives are being challenged more than ever, we're working harder than ever to help families move forward, businesses restart, and our communities get back on their feet. Mediacom is up for this challenge. Our network is ready. Our people are powerful, and we won't back down.
Funerals can be emotionally devastating for a family to go through. Besides the sorrow, loved ones are left with the high cost of arranging a funeral. Funeral Advantage was formed to help protect your family when they need it most. It pays your loved ones up to $20,000 immediately for funeral and any other expenses.
It's a good feeling to know that my family will be taken care of if anything happens to me.
Funerals can easily cost $9,000 or more, but government benefits pay only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the rest.
It's so easy. Just answer a few simple health questions. This is so affordable, even for someone like me who's on a fixed income.
If you're 40 to 85, get information on how to protect your family. Funeral Advantage is something we all need. There's no risk or obligation. Call now.
Get the facts about how easy it is to protect your family. There's no risk or obligation. Don't wait. Call the number on your screen now.
People separate Duluth from the Iron Range. We're so intertwined. The Iron Range is good for Duluth, and Duluth is good for the Iron Range. We might be far up north, but we're an integral part of the state's economy and the state's history.
Kristen Vaki, reliable news for the Iron Range. Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for a buck suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look outside our Canal Park studio this Friday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top stories and see what's coming up tonight at 6. A funeral service for Conservation Officer Sarah Grell was held today up in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. The Minnesota DNR officer died earlier this week in a car crash. The 39-year-old served as a conservation officer since 2005. Governor Tim Walz also ordered all flags at state and federal buildings to fly at half-staff in her honor. And tonight at 6, Kelly Hinseth will be in studio talking about a highly anticipated Game 7 tonight for the Minnesota Wild in Las Vegas. The NHL first-round playoff series has been a crazy one. With their backs against the wall, the Wild secured that big Game 6 win earlier this week at the X. Puck drop is tonight at 8 p.m. Here with meteorologist Peter Kevakowskis. Peter, who you got tonight?
You know, I got the Wild, but,
okay.
You know, I was just taking a look at these cold temperatures. It's probably cold enough to support hockey outside here.
Mm-hmm. But you were talking about before, too, in the another playoff series, there are weather teams going at it.
Yeah, we got the Hurricanes and the Lightning, you know.
Who do you think would win, a Hurricane or Lightning in that battle?
Well, I mean, I told you this before, but I have to go Lightning because as a Connecticut native, the Hurricanes used to be the Whalers.
Okay.
Then the Whalers left us in Connecticut, so we have animosity towards them.
Sure, you are still bitter about the whole thing.
Yeah, we're bitter about it, even if they left in, what, 1995 or 96?
A long time ago, but you never forget.
You never forget, yeah.
It's tough to forget kind of these cold temperatures we're feeling today, though.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to cover up any sensitive plants that you have outside tonight because we're talking about temperatures that fall back into the lower 30s, even some 20s, like 25 in Hibbing, 29 degrees in Ely for the night tonight. But we warmed things up nicely for the holiday weekend. Here's how that holiday weekend shapes up. Saturday, 63 degrees, mostly sunny skies once again. Sunday, a shot of a thunderstorm with a high of 65. Then Monday, mostly cloudy skies prevail, and another 30% shot of a shower, but high of 68 degrees. Really can't complain about that holiday weekend, just a few little speed bumps along the way.
Yeah, everybody travel safely out there, no matter if you're flying by air or on the road.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Peter. Thank you for joining us this evening at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here tonight at 6.